It's an exciting week for the Nintendo Switch eShop with 17 new games. First game on the list is LA Noire for $49.99. This is a dark and violent crime thriller set against the backdrop of 1940s Los Angeles, where you will solve brutal crimes, plots, and conspiracies inspired by real crimes back in LA's violent history. Note that you will need an SD card to download this game because it is over 20 gigs to download. It's a pretty big game and an SD card is required. Next game up is Batman the Telltale series for $39.99. This is a point-and-click graphic adventure game by Telltale Games. This game does include all 5 episodes of the first season, so if you're a fan of Batman and you want a nice simple game, you can download this game for about $40. Next game up is Ben 10 for $29.99. This is an action fighting game where you play as Ben, who is trying to save the world as you unlock and transform into all 10 of his incredible alien forms, which have their very own combat moves. So if you're into fighting games, you can download this game for about $30. Next game up is Ittle Dew Plus for $29.99. This is an action-adventure game bursting with puzzles that have you stranded on an island with a magical map as you try to find the 8 scattered pieces of the raft to get back home. It has dungeons that you can take on in any order with devious puzzles. This game looks pretty cool, and for $29.99 I think it's a pretty good price. Next game up is LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 for $59.99. Play as the Guardians of the Galaxy, Superman, Hulk, Doctor Strange, and dozens of other Marvel characters in this action-packed battle game where family and friends can play against each other in a series of themed challenges and battle arenas. Next up is Rime for $29.99. This is a single-player puzzle adventure where you play as a young boy who has awakened on a mysterious island after a storm. Armed with your wits and a helpful fox, you must explore the island and unlock its closely guarded secrets. Next game up is Rocket League for $19.99. This game is basically a soccer game where you use your car to hit the ball instead of your feet. It has exclusive Nintendo card toppers. It includes all the content and features and updates of all the other versions of the game. There is online and local multiplayer. This game does support cross-platform play, which means if your friend has this on Steam or Xbox One, you guys can actually play this together on your Nintendo Switch, which is pretty cool. Everyone's been waiting for this game, and I'm glad it's finally here for about $20. Next game up is Lumo for $19.95. Lumo is a true love letter to the golden age of gaming. This adventure platformer has over 400 rooms with 6 hidden mini-games and all kinds of secrets to uncover. And for $20 you can uncover those secrets. Next game up is ACA Neo Geo Carnos Revenge for $7.99. This is a fighting game released in 1994 that showcases 13 different fighters, including Karnov, who previously starred in his own 1987 arcade action title. So if you're a fan of fighting games, you can download this game for about $8. Next game on the list is Antiqua Lost for $12.99. This is an authentic RPG of a journey with a girl made of slime. Enjoy fluid 2D turn-based battles and become the master of the battlefield by using the characteristics of the 3 tribes. Next game up is a game we've all been waiting for, and it's Skyrim for $59.99. This is an open world adventure game where you can virtually beat anyone and do anything. This game has new features which include motion controls, Legend of Zelda gear, and amiibo compatibility. This game has won over 200 Game of the Year awards, so you should probably look into buying this game for about $60. Next game up is Green Game Time Swapper for $2.99. This is a puzzle game where you control time to activate and deactivate various mechanisms to make sure the bird reaches the cage without dying. This game features 50 levels full of danger, so watch out and download this game for about $3. Next game up is Rive Aultman Edition for $12.75. This is a modern-day classic shooter pumping megapixels at a deliciously smooth 60 frames per second as you pilot your spider tank through hordes of mechanical enemies. So if you like shooting games, you might want to download this game for about $13. Next game up is V for $9.99. This is a challenging 2D action platformer with one simple gameplay mechanic: you cannot jump, so you must rely on inverting gravity to advance through hundreds of rooms and solve the puzzles within. Next game up is Zeno Raid for $8.99. This is an exciting shooter game with classic action and modern features. Fight through campaign mode with more than 40 missions and 4 boss fights. This game does have 2 to 4 player local co-op, so if you like these games, you can download this game for about $9. Next game up is Aces of the Loftwatch Squadron for $14.99. Play as a fighter pilot as you take on waves of enemy planes and eventually the bosses. There is various missions, power-ups, and upgrades that are included in this game, so if you like fighting pilot games, you can download this game for $15. Next game on the list is Ginger Beyond the Crystal for $19.99. This is an action 3D platformer where you will have to rebuild a magical world devastated by the explosion of a crystal. Ginger will have to find the damaged crystals and purify them through the goddesses. There are 15 different levels with more than 200 side quests, and if you're a fan of 3D platformers and you're sick of throwing a hat and collecting moons, you can download this game for about $20. That's pretty much all the games we got this week, guys. We got a ton of new games. This is one of the biggest weeks that the Nintendo Switch has had on the eShop. Leave a comment below and let me know what games will you be downloading this week. With all these great games coming to the Switch, it looks like I'm going to be broke real fast. Pretty much all for right now, guys, and there'll be more to come shortly, guys. Thanks again.